Okay, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I just wanted to show you several different things that I'm doing in our business that is really making a huge difference. We are people of value who add value to each other, creating a ripple effect. So, I've got on my screen here. So, this is the beautiful Renee. She is a real estate agent here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You may know her, so give her a shout out, give her some love, but she did a fantastic job on this listing that she has. And she created a video in Meta AI, right? We all know Meta AI, it is free. And so I just jumped right in here and I put beautiful home, Renee Allen. We help buyers who can't use a bank yet. Our hybrid investors purchase the property and give the buyer 1 to 3 years to qualify. No minimum credit score required. Perfect for buyers who want a home now and time to get their financing later. Of course, that just opens up the door for conversations. You can see that her views. You just posted this. It's like 107 views. Of course, the more comments, the better. But it just gives you an opportunity to be able to say, as a real estate agent, as a real estate professional, you're doing all the right things. And as those of us that are hybrid investors, we have the option to say there is a different way. How do we say that in our messaging? How do we market that? All that I did, y'all, is I just put it into ChatGPT. And I love Donald Miller. I really love the story brand and being able to bring out the problem, the solution. And, I am not the hero, I am their guide. And so it's just planting those seeds, and then watering those seeds, right? So I love Miss Ramee, and she did a fantastic job here. And so I'm just going to go in, set a little bit of time in my day, block schedule, right? It just gets done, and I'm going to be intentional with those folks that are in my circle, right? I call that my 25%. I have my little gate here. I get to choose who's in my 25% and who's my 75%. But anyway, those that I am doing great business with, that I know, that I like, and I trust, and that, we're able to make a difference. Now you can see Renee, she's like, nailed it. So the more that we're able to share and do, then the awareness is there. Now, I will tell you here, I'll stop sharing my screen, but I do that in many different cases. So I go into groups and just how can I add value, right? And sometimes it is about my messaging, and I have to put my hat on to go, okay, who am I speaking with? Right now, I'm going, okay, this is Renee. She's a real estate agent. She also does property management. She is learning about creative solutions. What does she want to do? She wants to help her seller sell their home, and she wants to help buyers be able to buy the home. So, what is the problem? What is the solution? Well, for us, there's regular types of financing. So, we got traditional financing. Well, is that FHA, USDA, VA, conventional? What does that look like? Well, what are the guidelines? I got to have the credit score, got to have the down payment. Okay, well, what if that doesn't work? Doesn't mean you can't buy a home. It doesn't mean that you can't move forward. Just means what's another solution? What is another way that we can make this happen? So if we let people know there is another way, you don't have to know all of the details. It's just sharing that, hey, there might be another way. So for UnBankable, right, we would come in and see if it's a good fit, just like a regular traditional financing. Is it a good fit? We don't know yet. They have to qualify them. Is UnBankable a good fit? Well, we don't know. Well, the biggest thing is, do they have at least 10% down or more, to be able to invest in their purchase? And so if it is a yes, well, then, that might be worth having a conversation to be able to see. But if they never knew we existed, then how in the world are we going to be able to serve them? So it's just that simple. So the messaging is, who are you talking, who is the person? What is their problem? what is the solution and how can we serve them? So that's the easy tip for today. Any real estate agents that are looking to sell the home for their seller, they have a listing and they're promoting that. They're looking for buyers that want to buy the home. And how could they do that? If by chance there might be buyers out there that never, ever, ever come to a real estate agent because they know, man, I just went through a divorce and we had to file bankruptcy, or hey, I just went through that divorce and my credit is not where it needs to be, or hey, I really need to sell this house so that I have the money, but my credit isn't that great, so I can't really sell my house to buy another house. It's just really about opening it up and awareness to be able to say there may be another way. And so when we do that very intentionally, all we're doing is being very specific. Set it on your calendar. Give yourself 20 minutes a day. Go very intentional. Put a timer on. When the timer goes off, that's all you got, right? And then make a date with yourself that you're going to build some friends and you're going to love on some people, right? Because that's what I do. I just love to love on people and to be able to say, here's another way. And so I utilize my ChatGPT. I utilize my messaging. Who am I talking to? What is the problem I'm solving? So today I shared with you specifically on real estate agents, which gives them another option. And it also is about, the listing. So the listing agent, how do I sell this house faster for my seller? How do I bring buyers to be able to, to be able to sell the house? So that is what we specifically talked about. But if you take that same recipe and you duplicate that in other ways. So who am I talking to? Who is my audience? What does that look like? What is their problem? What is the solution? And how can I guide them to, the solution? So that's really all it's about. And so if it's an investor group that you're going into, like what is their problem? Are they looking for a fix and flip loan? Are they looking for, maybe they don't know what they're looking for, they have a deal, maybe they're posting a deal and it's a wholesaler and they go like, hey, I have a deal. Well, that deal may need lending. Well, if you are a person that's offering a solution for lending, on like our team, for business purpose, fix and flip, DSCR loans, if it's a RV park, like if you're talking to an investor that is really into RV parks and they post an RV park, or what they're looking for, hey, that's awesome. Whatever you would say, normally as a friend, but just let us know if you need any funding for your RV park. It's a conversation, it's talking to people. And when you're a person of value who adds out value to others, it creates a ripple effect. So you're creating friendships. Well, what does your friend need? Right? And do you have what they need? Well, it's not really about you, it's about them, and you're their guide. And so, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you today. So, if you want some more of some little bitty things that I am doing, just to give you some more ideas, just message me and I'll share with you, hey, I posted this. Or follow me, and then, like Renee, you could jump on her listing today and be able to comment. And it just really builds that momentum, and the algorithm will get support each other. And I really think that that's what it's about in this time, in this industry, in this, in life, right? We have a community of people that we can help and serve each other. So anyways, hope you have a fantastic day.